It looks like the referee has penalised the Welsh international. Rhys Evans just coming at the side with a shoulder there. Halifax declining the 2 points on offer. A very kickable 2 points for someone of Connor Robinson's ilk, but they're going to turn down 2 and look for 4 or 6. Here we go. Bradford under the pump and they're offside again, says referee Tom Grant. So a very lively start with a whistle from the young referee from Leeds, Brian.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether Tom Grant's got a bee in his bonnet. He's dragging Steve Crossley out here to give him a gobful and saying, mate, that's 3 offside penalties as well as you. They've got some good technique about them, Halifax, and there you go. Connor Robinson smashes the ball over for a 2-0 lead.
As Robinson gets around Evans, can get past Evans who comes in. That was brother Rhys, and Halifax on the last tackle on halfway, so relatively positive defensive set.
That's moving. There you go. I knew it was.
Kicked ahead there by Murray. Murray's offloaded the ball. There's a chance here for Moore. Moore floats it out to Harris. Harris towards Saltonstall. A spectacular one hand put down in the corner. Halifax go back to back on the restart and lead by 6 points to 0.
Was it Harris or was it Robinson with the kick? Whoever it was, that went up and was coming down in spirals. And I tell you what, Pickles-Gill had no chance. That was going all over the shop, Mick. All over the shop. Called it. Here we go. Let's see the kick. Confident. Who is it? There you go. It's the boy Harris. Boom. Well, I tell you what, just for our viewers, that is going sideways, long ways. Pickles-Gill, no chance with this. Misses it by a mile. And then the play on started. He boots it and then a little bit of basketball from the Halifax team keeping it alive. The referee not blowing the P on the initial knock-on. Harris again, who kicked the ball initially, finds Saltonstall and still needs finishing. Brilliant finish from Saltonstall. Great try from Halifax.
He will enjoy that one against the old enemy, and Connor Robinson has a very difficult goal kick assignment on this main stand side. It's a metre in, if that, and the referee will be forced to stop the clock here because the ball has just gone off the kicking tee, but not the start that John Keir would have envisaged, certainly after that positive opening set from the Bulls. And this potentially to put Halifax 2 scores ahead inside the opening 10 minutes. Robinson with that left boot, that one's curling, and that one goes between the posts from the touchline. Bradford 0, Halifax 8.
You have to say it did look slightly dubious, that ball, didn't they? Called from the touchy.
Well, Halifax are going to be given another penalty here because
they hit him off
Kevin Leroyer has been taken off the ball. And
that was Boy Garside.
He's got a big decision to be made here. Tom Grant is looking for the guilty culprit from the Bradford Bulls here.
Let's have a look. Well, there's Leroyer, passes out the back. Boom, yeah, it's late. And he didn't have the ball.
Yeah, a late hit there on Kevin Leroyer. And Tom Grant is going to the back pocket, and Adam Rooks is going for 10 minutes in the sin bin. Here come Halifax on the back of that 7th penalty, and Tom Grant's patience is surely going to be wearing thin. I mean, we've had the professional foul with Adam Rooks in the bin, but, you know, these offsides, holding down, you know, Tom Grant very keen here this evening in the early stages. Halifax, though, in good field position as Robinson marshals the side across the face of the post. Good link keeper there with Harris. Harris
good
to
play.
Griggs is in! Griggs sold the dummy to Danny Brough, and he will improve the chances of Connor Robinson converting, because that one is around and underneath the post, and it's going from bad to worst here at the Tetley Stadium because it's Bradford 0, Halifax 12.
I'm trying to find out what Bradford are doing here defensively. Fogin Johnson for me is in the wrong spot, so it's a shift play. They go dig right into the line, which is good. Harris out the back to Griggs. It's the centre. It's Ross Oates that's gone in, and Fogin Johnson's had to follow him, and they got the call wrong. So their edge defence there has got a bad call. So he goes into the line here. Does Robinson? Harris goes at the line, attracts defenders, and Oates tries and solves the problem along with Fogin Johnson, but they just miss their man. Oates, if he comes in there, he has to get Griggs, but Griggs, well, thank you very much, he's under the sticks. Well, that's a poor read from Oates.
Conor Robinson adds the extra 2 points from in front, 3 from 3. Immaculate with the boot here this evening. It's Bradford Bulls 0, Halifax Panthers 14. It's Mick Gledhill and Brian Noble on the OurLeague this evening. And we just see the dummy there from Scott Griggs. Danny Brough was sliding across, but can't really be too critical there of Danny Brough because he was the last line of defence. And Bradford are on the last tackle now, 10 metres out from that Halifax try line. It'll go to Danny Brough, crossfield kick, looking for Brown and Evans. Who's come up with the ball? It's Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly's in at the corner, and Jordan Lilly on his return to action for the Bulls. He has put the ball down in a similar fashion to what we saw from James Saltonstall.
A dummy half causing ructions, Crossley linking with Murphy, and what a kick. He can kick a ball, can he?
You might not have thought that inside the opening 20 minutes, but the last 10 minutes, oh boy, the Bulls have come alive, and we've got a real tight contest here as Halifax are restricted there to 40 metres on their set of 6. It goes to Harris. Once again, that is an ugly looking kick. Pickersgill confident underneath it. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Great catch.
That was Keith Mumby-esque there as Pickersgill takes the tackle 25 metres out from his own line. Where's this game going, Brian, now? Bradford have wrestled that momentum back from the Panthers as Johnson, defogging Johnson, takes a trip there. Saltonstall's, I tell you what, Saltonstall's going in the back pocket here. The referee, oh, that run is halted, and don't forget, Bradford have a numerical advantage here, 13 versus 12.
Shift the ball.
I think Danny Brough's just heard you, Brian. Fleming crashes on and over the line, and it's telepathic rugby league. They've clearly heard to you, Brian, and the gap is narrowed further still. 10 points to 14. That silly decision there from Saltonstall to trip defogging Johnston costs Halifax dearly, and it's the Bulls now. They have the head of steam in his 150th career appearance, and Danny Brough adds on the extra 2 as we head towards half time, of which there are less than 4 minutes remaining here, as it goes now from Brough to Pickersgill, out wide to Murphy. Murphy brought down by Zach McComb. Harris, Briley comes in as well and is heading towards touch there, Aaron Murphy, and he's dragged into touch, and the referee has a look and he says he has lost the ball forward. You talk about spirit in the jersey, and now Bradford, after what must be close to 6 or 7 minutes of having ball in hand with those 2 tries, have got to do a bit of defending now. They don't want to concede after doing all that good work and getting themselves back in this game. As Jordan Lilly, it's the new rule. It's the new rule, and now Jordan Lilly has been poleaxed by Gadwin Springer, and now Fleming wants to continue, and it's exploded here at the Tetley Stadium. We knew it would do. There's a lot of local pride on the line at stake here, and Tom Grant now and the 2 touch judges, they have to try and short.
Let's have a look at this. So it's not this one. So that's the Jordan Lilly strip. Well played, Jordan Lilly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing. And here's Gadwin Springer. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Brian, I'm not sure. We can't really tell, but
off you go.
It's the protocols. You know, you use your shoulder, any part of the head. Oh, here we go. Well, the clock says 40 minutes, but the timekeeper's still saying there's 90 seconds remaining at the end of this first half. So we've got 90 seconds, and I'm guessing that, Brian's with all the stoppages and everything that the referees had to sort out. Last tackle here, Brough towards Robinson. Robinson, that one's going downtown. Telegraph towards Brandon Pickersgill, who was inside the field of play. Halifax with Dan Murray and Robinson are going to try and drag him back in the in-goal area.
Bradford need to get back and shape up here and have a crack at Halifax, because there'll be a space. If they can find a play, they're just relying on their outside back. They need great defence from Halifax. Great defence from Halifax.
Paul Braley, the former Rochdale Mayfield amateur, former Batley Bulldogs man. He's 6'7", and oh my word, the power behind him there. There was coal going in the furnace.
It's a game where you have to be aggressive, Mick, but you have to be smart as well, boys. That's a great
Eben Skur.
Eben Skur, get on. That should be 6 more as well.
Well, I look towards the referee. He declined, but Tom Doyle has been caught high there, and this is a penalty in front of the post, Brian, and John Keir has 2 fingers in the air. John Keir just stood to the left-hand side of me, and the kicking tee will come on for Danny Brough. Don't forget, we still have Dan Fleming and Gadwin Springer in the sin bin. It's 12 against 12. Danny Brough makes it 14 against 14. And Bradford now looking to get a bit of momentum going as somehow Eben Skurs offloaded the ball here. And here goes Pickersgill. He's got Brown on the inside. Pickersgill takes it towards the touchline. Pickersgill's done him. And Pickersgill's going towards the corner. And Brandon Pickersgill, he's going to go the distance here at the start of the second half. And it is a miraculous score from Brandon Pickersgill. His first try of the season.
But the aggression from the Bulls at the moment and their determination to get... I have to reinforce to our viewers, this is a short field. So if you're patient and you carry the ball well enough, you're not going to be under too much pressure when you handle the ball over. You can kick it in the limit there. Certainly when you've got Lilly and Brough in your team, you can kick the ball well enough. That's a good play.
Harris, brilliant. Inside support there from Saltonstall. Pickersgill wraps Saltonstall up, but Halifax now. The Panthers are purring here as Amir Brough found a dummy half. They go to Harris. Harris back on the inside there to Calcott. And Calcott somehow offloads the ball back to Amir Brough. And Brough goes past one. Amir Brough is in a try on debut. He is held up on the fifth and last tackle. Heroic defence there from the Bradford Bulls, keeping the line and scoreboard intact. It goes in centre field to Robinson. Crossfield cat looking for Rorsford. Rorsford's juggled it forward. Referee says first knock on from Nick Rorsford. Right in front of the Halifax post here. Down the middle they go with Steve Crossley. Crossley to Brough. Along the line it goes to Murphy. To Lilly. To Defogging Johnston. And Defogging Johnston. It was a flat ball. The referee will give it. And he will point the finger, will Tom Grant. And Bradford have crucially come back off the canvas. It's now 22 unanswered points.
Playing that role as a fullback there. Coming into the line and releasing Fogging Johnson.
Danny Brough from the touchline as they move the ball just to the right of centre field. Brough's in there at dummy half. Here goes Harris taking that line on. Delays the pass there to Robinson. Robinson just outside the Bradford 20-metre line. The two sevens meet and number 11 Rooks there just coming in for good measure. Here goes Brough straight out of dummy half. He's like a cannon. Oh, he's charging towards that Bradford line. And he's 10 metres out. Crucial period coming up here. Can Halifax get back in this game as Robinson lays it off to Springer and Springer's through. Gadwin Springer somersaults his way over the line and that was the catalyst for the Halifax comeback. It's 24 points to 18.
Well, extra pressure, a little bit change of direction. I think it's Murray that drops Gadwin Springer back on the inside, so it's a change of direction and he just breaks the tackle. And that close to the line, they've got a bit of ball, they're back in this game. There you go. It's Robinson actually that goes the line, drops him off, so tips him back against the grain. And there's a missed tackle there in the middle. I think it's Doyle, isn't it? That's thumping the earth. No, it's not Doyle. It's it's Adam Rooks again. That's thumping the earth. Here you go. So Halifax in the right place. Robinson going out the line. He doesn't want to give it to him. Gives it to Springer. Rooks misses the play. Steve Crossley can't get back and he's too big and too strong from there for Pickersgill.
Credit to Gadwin Springer, the former Toronto Castleford and Catalans forward, as Robinson adds the extra 2. 4 from 4 for Connor Robinson. He had over 550 points.
This is all on, Mick. They're screaming. The 12 people we've got in this stadium are screaming the house down.
Brian, do you think they're putting on a show because they know the great, bountiful Brian Noble and the game caller are in the house?
No, I think that's the last thing on their mind.
We've just hit the hour mark here and Noble knows which way this one's going to go now, because that pendulum has just ever so slightly gone away from the red, amber and black to the black and yellow of the Panthers. Here goes Springer, the try scorer. He wants more. He's still going. Springer looks for that support, finds the support, and here goes Saltonstall inside support to Harris. Perhaps a try-saving tackle there from Evans, because if Harris evades Evans, he's got daylight in front of him. It still could result in back-to-back scores here for the Panthers, because he's lost the ball. That was stolen, although the referee will say there was 2 in the tackle. I think both coaches, they've gone through the emotions here, and they still might, because there's a long time to go in this one, as we see a run here from Elliot Morris. Morris brought down 10 metres inside the Bradford half. Here goes Calcott. Murphy comes in. Bradford having to scramble back here. This is where that fatigue and tiredness perhaps could play a crucial part. Somehow Springer has put the fend on Jowett, offloaded the ball to Robinson. Robinson's kicked a little bit too early. The ball is live and Halifax have a chance to score, and they are going to score in at the corner, and the referee is going to give the try, and Halifax have drawn level. This miraculous, amazing advert for the Betfred Championship continues to reach new heights. 24 points to 24, and it's Kevin Leroy, the former Bradford man.
What are Brown and Evans doing in the defence? That ball's ricocheting around way too much. It's bounced. It's a brilliant kick from the boy Murray, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's Robinson that finds it. Springer again being influential with the offload, so they're playing on. And then Robinson has the ball, sees some space behind, kicks the ball. Deal with it now, Brown. Bat it out. Don't try and catch it. You're under too much pressure. So Pickersgill and Brown get it wrong with each other. It ricochets up, and Kevin Leroy thinks, yep, thank you very much. This is a wow of a game.
I don't want it to stop, Brian. I don't think the players want to play till midnight, but
no, I don't want to play till midnight. I need my T12.
Just see there.
Great kick from Robinson. What's it? And he's under pressure from Rawstorm. They make a hash of it, Pickersgill and Brown. But Leroy is too strong there, isn't he?
Huge kick coming up here for Connor Robinson, potentially. This could decide the game, and from the touchline, Connor Robinson under the pressure. Referee says the last tackle as Ben Evans is halted 5 metres inside the Halifax half. Back to the ever reliable Danny Brough. Brough, a high hanging kick. There's been a push from Aaron Murphy there on a Halifax player, but that's a great tech there by James Saltonstall, the Italian international former Warrington man there. Had to put his body on the line. And with exactly 10 minutes remaining, as Nick Rawsford somehow has offloaded the ball here to Harris, and Harris looks for the support. That's a high tackle there on Zach McComb. He had a debut to savour against London in round 1, a try and 2 assists, and he has just been caught high above the shoulders there.
I tell you what, Halifax has done really well all the game is find an extra pass in and around the ruck. So on a half break, they've had either Brough or anybody, the full-back, Pickersgill, Saltonstall as it was there early in the game, Amir Brough as well, finding that extra play. It happened to be McCrone there, that in the end the Bradford defence is scrambling after throwing an arm out to get a result.
Oakes gets to his feet, he'll play the ball, goes from Doyle to Brough to Fleming down the middle.
We've seen that play before.
We have seen that play before. This time it's not Groundhog Day for the Panthers. Will Doyle go himself? No, he won't. He'll go to Ben Evans. And Ben Evans, the 30-year-old, rolled over right on top of that Halifax line. Look how close Bradford are here. This is the 5th and last tackle, the game in the balance. That's a penalty because Kevin Leroy was nowhere near back the 10, and Bradford, Brian, do you take the 2? John Keir.
Yes, you do.
John Keir shouting 2. 2, take the 2.
John Keir just had a heart attack because he thought they were going to tap it.
20 penalties in total. Danny Brough adds a crucial extra 2 points. Well, strap yourselves in. We might be going the distance on the OurLeague platform this evening. This Betfred Championship thriller. 26 points apiece. Because we are in the final 5 minutes as Fleming is rolled over right in front of the post. Here goes Brad England. Brad England carries Bradford closer. Danny Brough marshalling the players in position. This is clearly the set, is it not? Yes, it does. Danny Brough drops back now as Levi Nzongu takes Bradford right in front of the shadow of the Halifax post. Is this the moment for Lilly? Is it the moment for Danny Brough? It goes to Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly in front of the post. Puts it between the posts. And just like Jordan Lilly did 2 seasons ago against Featherstone, he has took Bradford out into a 27-26 lead here with under 4 minutes to go.
Get that into you. Great.
Halifax have got the ball back from the restart. This one's not over yet as Nick Rawsford takes Halifax over on that far stand side, and now Halifax, I tell you what, there's 3 minutes to go. Do Halifax go for a try here? Bradford don't want to give any penalties away. This game has had just about everything. Halifax now, can they get themselves back in front? It's ebbed and flowed all afternoon. Harris towards Braley. Braley looking to offload the ball. He's told there by Harris to take the tackle, and he's brought down 5 metres out in that far stand corner. Well, I tell you what, how's your pulses? Halifax are over, but they're held up.
Well, how many players they've got? 2 left.
2 tackles remaining here.
Oh, this is where Robinson and Murray need to control this.
Ed Barber was held up over the line there. We could not see the ball grounded. And how's the pulse here? Robinson, Halifax are going for broke here. It goes out wide towards Rawsthorne. Rawsthorne's brought down. They're on the last tackle. They've got to try and get the ball in centre field towards Connor Robinson. Here it is with Robinson. It goes back towards Harris. Harris, he goes for a crossfield kick. Defogging Johnston lets that one bounce. Halifax look to offload the ball, but Barber is wrapped up, although he's got the ball out. That's gone forward. And was that the moment? We're told there's 70 seconds remaining by the timekeeper. Robinson to Murray. So Halifax still might have one more set of 6 after this one, but they're on the last tackle and they're 5 metres shy of halfway. Is it perhaps a 40-20 here from Robinson? Robinson, a high hanging kick. Is that a penalty? Referee looks to the touch judge. No one comes on. Robinson's gone down. A huge contentious decision there. Robinson still holding the head. Dan Fleming's receiving medical attention. The referee will stop the clock and we have 50 seconds remaining here, Brian.
I'd like to see that one again. Here we go, let's have a look. Ooh, it's a close one. He's vulnerable, isn't he?
The touch judges, no one come on the field, so Bradford might just be getting away with this one here. Here we go. Everybody looks at the timekeeper. Oh. He says there's 30 seconds left. 30 seconds, Brian. What do you do?
You shift the ball. You keep the ball alive. You keep your players behind. And Bradford has got all their nerve, keep their shape and defensively.
Halifax, can they somehow rescue this game? They have seconds remaining. 10 seconds left here. It goes towards Harris. Wrong option there from Halifax. This has to be it. It's the final play. They've got to move the ball around here. The hooter about to sound. The hooter sounds. This is the final play. Murray's not heard the hooter. He kicks it in. And Jordan Lilly's come up with the ball. The referee says Jordan Lilly is tackled. Jordan Lilly thought he was away for the winning try. But in the end, it was Jordan Lilly's drop goal. 4 minutes from the end of this game. It has been a Betfred Championship thriller.